Welcome all you True Play members, it's me, Monkey Chicken here, helping all of them green goblins. Well anyways guys, the topic of today's video is Call of Duty Ghost Devastation DLC. And with that, let's go and begin. Okay guys, this DLC seems pretty freaking crazy. They're going really ambitious with this one, and you'll see what I'm talking about later on. But first I just want to say that there is going to be 4 maps, a new DLC weapon, and there is going to be a new extinction storyline like they're calling it. They really don't sound like, or they don't call it a new map, they call it a new story to the line, the further plot, whatnot. Anyways, let's go and get on to the first map. Okay guys, so the first map is Behemoth, and this thing is a ginormous excavator thing that's digging into the side of the mountain. That's what we're playing on. The excavator being big, but the whole map itself is actually kind of small, because they say for the 4 maps that are here, they're medium to small. This seems like it's a small map, but it's kind of a long map in the sense of the way it's designed. But the way the debris is all laid down and the verticality that's there, it looks like it's going to be pretty damn close quarters, and it looks pretty awesome. And I like the fact that they got like this gigantic digging chainsaw, like buzzsaw, whatever the hell you want to call it, thing that is just going off digging into the mountain. It seems really cool, and one of my favorite aspects of this map is that the new special kill streak, I really don't know what we're calling it. I never really learned that, you know, instead of the mob or whatever the hell it's called, but in this one, the new special kill streak is that you gotta be the gunner of a chopper, and you get this really awesome death machine, and squares just pop up around people and just lay waste to everyone. It seems really cool and really freaking awesome. The next map is called Ruins, and they say this one's actually pretty run and gun, kind of close quarter combat thing that's going on, and they say for domination, it's kind of like a tri-based domination flag instead of, you know, the usual straight line, you know, you spawn C, I spawn A, and then, you know, we just fight in the middle for freaking B. They say it's like a triangle. I know for the previous maps, whenever it was domination, it was like a triangle. It's usually like a run around in the circle, you know, like, oh, I'm taking A, and I'm going for B, and then you grab C, and then as we're taking B, you're grabbing A. It's usually just a whole freaking circle clusterfuck that's going on, so it seems like it's going to be a really fun map for, like, shotguns, some machine guns. Once again, they do say this is a close quarter map, and that's what it seems like the theme is for this DLC pack. It seems really cool, and for this map's little special kill streak build order thingamabob, or whatever the hell they're calling it, I still don't even freaking know. You basically get to activate the volcano, and it detonates and launches rocks to it. It's not that really interesting of a kill streak, because we have seen before on different DLCs where, like, mortars and other stuff just land and blow up places around the map. It's usually not a very effective special order thing, but it's kind of cool that, you know, you get to ignite a volcano, and then the explosive debris just, like, lands on the map and kills people. So that's pretty freaking cool. I like that. But we'll have to see how effective it is. It's probably not going to be that effective. So the next map is Collision, and this map doesn't really have an original design to it. You'll hear more in just a second. It's basically a shipping freight that crashes into a bridge. I don't know what, you know, Call of Duty's obsession is with, like, having ships and shipping containers, or just shipping containers by themselves and bridges, but they seem to really like it, so apparently they wanted to make a super baby, and they combined all 3, so now we got this bridge, ship, shipping container map that we play on that's supposedly super close quarters. But what kind of makes up for this map is the new little features and twists that they kind of put on it, which I really like. For starters, the B flag. It's actually in the middle of the map. That's not the surprising part, but it's actually elevated onto some shipping containers, and you have to climb up there, and you're supposed to be really exposed, and there's supposed to be sniper spots that are able to take you out. So it's supposed to be a really hard point to capture. So it's going to seem like a really cool element in domination. It's when you're just rushing it, taking it. It almost seems like the first one who gets to keep it, because if you're in this, like, super epic death zone, that it's going to seem like it's going to be really hard to retake or reclaim, whatever you guys want to call it. It seems like a really cool twist. But one of my favorite parts about this map is the new field order super kill streak thing. I just don't know what they call it, that they got going on here. Basically, you get this jet that, like, passes by the map and, like, blows up people, which is freaking awesome. They don't exactly say if we take control, because, you know, on the kill streak, it looks like we're actually controlling it. I don't know if we just get to pull the trigger if we choose the path or whatever, but it does look like it's on a fixed path in the sense of, you know, like, oh, we're flying this way, and they say that, like, you know, it's gonna pass by and blow stuff up until it eventually leaves. I don't know what that means, we get multiple passes, or if it's just one pass, or what's going on there, or if until it's blown up or something, but It seems really, really cool, and I like the concept, so this map looks pretty freaking awesome too. Okay guys, so really quickly, I want to talk about the new bonus weapon, and this thing is so freaking cool. It's called the Reaper 2-in-1 SMG AR, which stands for assault rifle if you guys don't know. And this thing seems like a super beast. It's meant to be a submachine gun, and it's in the submachine gun category and whatnot. But on a fly, you're able to switch it out into assault rifle. It's supposed to slow down the fire rate and give it more damage and whatnot. So that's pretty freaking cool. It seems like a really awesome gun. You know, the sight size of the submachine gun seem really clean. You know, it's not meant to be, you know, taken onto the far range. So it seems pretty solid. And then for the far range sights, those also look really cool. It reminds me a lot of the, what is it called? The tracker sight. You know, that you can put on your gun, and that's also the way that you switch it. So you just push the same button that you would there, so if you're switching between the sights. But when you do switch over to the assault rifle, it doesn't blur out your vision and doesn't track people, but it is a pretty solid sight. It does look really cool. I love the green. Green's my favorite color. So instant approval by me. So it looks pretty cool. It seems pretty solid. And if you guys don't know, if you guys are on Xbox One or Xbox 360, if you're a season pass holder, apparently you get it right now. As I'm saying this thing, you guys got to use it before it even comes out. And if you are planning to buy the DLC later on and you're not a season pass holder, you have to wait until you can actually buy it. So yeah, we'll talk more about that later on, but let's move on to the last map. Next up is Unearth, and this has to be the most craziest map that they got going on. My only like disgusting thing about the map, and that it's a recreation of Dome. And if you guys ever seen my Modern Warfare 3 videos, I absolutely hate Dome. It's like my most hated map. I don't know why they put my most hated map with the most coolest things they've ever done in Call of Duty for map packs, like for the maps itself. So before I get at it myself, let me go to tell you guys, it is pretty freaking cool. They got the gun from Extinction, the Excavation X, or I forget what the exact name of it is. I never read the freaking gun's name. It's the super epic sneaky gun that you get in Extinction, and if you complete an Easter egg, you get it. You get to bring that gun into the multiplayer, and apparently for like direct impact, I don't know if they treats it out like as if it's like a grenade launcher round in the sense, you know, it hits you and then it's done, or if it actually explodes on impact or what's going on there. But they say, you know, you can either shoot somebody with it and kill them, or you can shoot it on the ground or something else and it detonates after a certain period of time. So I don't know if that means like you could shoot it and detonate it yourself, or if it's kind of like that grenade launcher Simtex thing where you shoot it, boom, blows up. But it's pretty freaking cool. If you do an Easter egg, you get the Extinction gun. That's pretty awesome. But the next coolest thing is that when you complete the field order kill streak thing, you get to call in the little explosive guys from Extinction. You get to call in 3 of them right in front of you, and they'll run out enemies. They'll seek them out and then blow up when they get near. I don't know if that means like they're gonna go head on, or if they're gonna be smart and try to sneak up behind them, or if like they're just gonna run into line of sights of sentry guns or something. Or, you know, how much health they have, or if you just gotta shoot them once and they blow up. But from what I've seen from this, it looks pretty freaking cool, and I love everything that they put into this map. I hate that it's a Dome, but it's a pretty freaking cool map design. Well, in the sense of the Easter eggs and stuff that they put in there. That's really freaking cool. Okay, guys, lastly, but certainly not least, we're going to be talking about the new episode, Extinction. So this is episode 2, Mayday, and it's supposed to pick off right where we left off. That's not weird. Anyways, we're going to be going on to the submarine. We're going to be trying to save that doctor lady. Never cared to learn her name. Not really interested in the storyline. Just love shooting aliens. Anyways, so there's a new freaking alien that's around. And it's like the big tough guys. Not the rhinos, but the other guys. I don't care to learn names. And it's like a scorpion. It's like a scorpion and the other dude made love, had a baby, and then there's this thing. It's freaking creepy looking. And, basically, it climbs walls and hides and stuff, just like the scorpions, and it'll shoot acid clouds at you, just like the scorpion, but the difference is, it'll shoot like a pod seedling thing that blooms into a flower, mutates into a creepier flower, and shoots you like a freaking machine gun. So yeah, there's that thing. That's freaking crazy. And then they got a new system in there, crafting. We're not too sure exactly what we're going to be crafting, you know, the extent of it, if we're going to be extending, you know, the same thing like Nazi zombies from the other thing, you know, building barriers and yada yada. But what they do tell us and show us is like this weird little generator thing that apparently like shoots an electric fence, so that's freaking cool. And then they tell us that we get the Venomex, I think is the way you freaking pronounce that thing. We get the Venomex, and like we can put different parts onto it and change it into like 4 different weapons. So I'm guessing it's like the original. Then we got like this red one, and we got this I think orange one. So I don't know if there's a blue one or something. I don't know why I'm thinking blue, but there should be a blue one. Anyways, so that's pretty cool. And then they say there's like different side paths that we can take to like earn more locker keys and get more secret things. So I don't know if that means like, oh guys, did you know if you ran over here and then GT doot and then boom da tap do, oh look, there's a door that opens, we get a bunch of stuff, we can kill people now. So we'll have to see how that plays out. It seems pretty cool. And they also hint what the last boss is, and apparently it's Leviathan, and it's supposed to be like the most massive thing ever. Its scale is unmatched. From the picture, it looks like it's the size of the freaking boat. This looks like it's going to be one hell of a battle, and I'm really pumped to freaking play this. It looks super cool and super awesome. Okay guys, lastly, I'd like to do a little bit of FAQ kind of thing, some questions that you guys may have, and I like to answer them. Usually I get the same kind of questions that I always do, so I probably know what's going on in your noggin right now, which you may be wondering. So without further ado, let's go and answer some of those questions that you may or may not have. If you have no questions, leave, like the video. But if you still have some questions, here they are. So I'm assuming that you guys are wondering how much this thing is going to be. It's going to be $15, and if you ask me for the price of the Microsoft points, guys, I don't know the transfer rate, but I'm assuming if you own an Xbox, Xbox One, 360, whatever the freaking hell the system is, I'm assuming that you guys know what the transfer rate is. I'm sorry that I don't know the price of Microsoft points to $15, but it's $15. That's going to be the price. I don't know UK and other place transfer rates, but 15 USD, that's the price of the thing. So yeah, let's go to move on to dates. This is where things are going to get a little bit crazy, mythological, crystal ball based talking. So it's going to be coming out for Xbox 360 and Xbox One on April 3rd, 2014. So boom, that's the date. Now, a little hiccup that's a little confusing is if you guys are Season Pass holders, then you guys can go ahead and get the new DLC weapon right now. And if you guys don't have the Season Pass right now, but today, whenever you're hearing about this, if it's like 2 days down the road before, you know, the DLC officially launches, quote unquote, if you buy the Season Pass, it'll activate the gun and you can go in and play and use it. So if you don't have the DLC before, it's fine if you get the DLC now in the sense of the Season Pass. That's, yeah, you'll have it. And it doesn't count if you pre-order the DLC like at GameStop. There's not going to be a code down there where you're like, oh, look, I got the code. No, it's for Season Pass holders. So if you want to get the gun early, you got to buy the Season Pass. It doesn't matter when you get the Season Pass, as long as you have the Season Pass, you get it early. So yeah, next, let's go to move on to when it should be coming out for PS3, PS4, and PC. So my estimation, which I'm usually like 100% right, because the way this usually works is it's 4 weeks to the Thursday of when it comes out for the Xbox Series systems, whatever they are. It's confusing this time because there's multiple systems, but usually that's the way it's always worked from, you know, freaking Black Ops all the way up to now. Usually 4 weeks to the Thursday. So when I'm assuming with like 90.99% accuracy, when it's going to be coming out is May 3rd, 2014. So that's where I'm assuming it's going to be coming out. Now let's go on and talk about the DLC weapon. This is when I'm assuming that it's coming out. I'm assuming that it's going to be coming out the day that it comes out on Xbox, because they get about a month's head time, so we should also get about a month's head time, you know, for the DLC. We don't know whether or not, you know, the carrying over of the weapon is going to also extend over to the PS, but I'm assuming that it is for, you know, the Season Pass holders. So we don't know if this is just an Xbox exclusive, you know, like, oh, Xbox Season Pass holders only get this little bump, and, you know, for the guys on PC and PS3 that also bought this thing, you guys get no further ahead bonus. But I'm assuming that we'll know when it drops on Xbox, the official DLC, because that's a month ahead from when it's dropping for us, or, you know, within a few days, we should know whether or not we're going to get the gun DLC early. So I'm not 100% sure if we're getting it early because, you know, the way they phrase these things are a little complicated. But if we are getting it, we should get it the day of or a few days after, before when they get it on, you know, their systems. I'm assuming that's going to be the day of or a couple days afterwards. That's my assumption. If it's anything, it would be the Thursday of that week because they're getting it, you know, then. So anyways, yeah, we should get it when they get it. Yeah, with that. And once again, what I've just been saying, just in case you're confused, I'm talking about the DLC weapon. For Season Pass holders, you get the weapon early for Xbox, and if it works on PS3, you know, and PC and PS4 for Season Pass holders, you should also get it earlier. And since they get it for like a month early, the DLC comes, a month early on Xbox, so it only makes sense that it should come then. Sorry if that's confusing, but this whole freaking world that we live in is confusing. So, yeah. So, lastly, I'm sorry for this video running long, but there's usually a lot of questions. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. So, the last thing that I want to talk about is if you guys are watching this the day of this thing releasing for, like, PC, PS3, or PS4, and you guys are like, when is this thing coming out? Date and time. I'm going to say a few things really quickly. It's more than likely coming out at midnight Pacific Standard Time. That's usually a fixed point when they do it, but sometimes they change it. It's a little weird, so it's more than likely either Pacific Time, freaking midnights, which is like 3 a.m. for like the East Coast. I'm not really remembering the rest of the time zones. Or it's midnight wherever you live, because sometimes they go like Britain, it's this time, and then, that's for all of Europe, and then for America, it's, PS time, Pacific Standard Time, or it's midnight wherever you are. They do it really freaking crazy. But my whole recommendation for you guys who want to wait up to midnight is don't. Usually there's tons of problems that go on. Usually, it doesn't work here, it doesn't work there, it's not up, it's not there, and you don't know exactly when it's coming out. It's freaking confusing. I don't know why they're not just blunt with us and tell us exactly when it comes out, but they're not. My best recommendation is just sleep it. Just sleep it. Whenever you wake up, get on your PS3, PC, or PS4, go, oh, look, it's here. Download it, go to work, go to school, whatever it may be, or since it'll probably be spring break for a lot of you guys, it's an American thing, I don't know if it's for the rest of the world, just download it, go take a dump, go take a shower, whatever you gotta do, go walking, walk the dog, or feed the dog, whatever, or cat, if you have a cat, I'm sorry, cats suck, dogs rule, do whatever you got to. My best bet for you guys is, don't wait for the midnight, just do it in the morning. But yeah, guys, that's all the little Q&A, hints, tips, things, estimations that I got for you guys. Like the video if you guys have liked it. Don't forget to share with your friends if if they got any information and they're like, hey, when is this thing coming out? I probably explained it pretty good here, but if I didn't and you think you could do a better job, then explain it to them and dislike the video. It doesn't really freaking matter. Hopefully you guys have liked it. Subscribe to me if you want to see more of my videos. I'm planning to update this as it goes along, whether or not the guns are confirmed or the official release date when it really does come out for these, for the systems, the PC, PS3, and PS4. So if you guys want to stay updated on all that news, subscribe to me. I will be here forever. I'm Monkey Chicken. So early, guys. Peace.